guys, today we're going to be talking about something that's subtle, uncomfortable, and honestly a little unsettling once you recognize it. But we're going to be talking about the jealous best friend archetype. Not the loud hater, not the obvious enemy. I'm talking about the friend who loves you out loud but resents you in private. The one who claps for you but feels something tighten in her chest when you win. And unfortunately, a lot of beautiful women go through this all the time. Okay. So, secret animosity. Secret animosity doesn't look like jealousy the way we were taught to recognize it. It doesn't roll its eyes or openly compete. Sometimes your friend will be extremely jealous of you, and she'll do it in like little covert ways that will make you know that she's jealous of you, especially if you're perceived as the prettier one, the slimmer one, the more desired one. Most of the time, these women, they will display their secret animosity for you within the half jokes, and they'll disguise it as, oh, I'm just playing around, girl, or I'm not playing. Like, for example, someone saying, you're lucky you're skinny because I could never eat like that. Or, I just don't trust guys who like girls like you. It's never direct enough to confront, but it's sharp enough to register. It's resentment leaking out sideways. For example, I knew that my quote-unquote best friend had secret animosity against me when it came to a guy that her friends liked. He never dated her or her friends. He was pretty quiet. He was standoffish. He would just be respectful towards them, but he never had anything romantic going on. And they would just say that he was attractive and talk about him and stuff like that. And they weren't my friends, and they also didn't date him, so I didn't feel like I owed them any loyalty. She was more so my friend, and when I came around, me and him bonded, and we got connected, and we started dealing with each other, and we started dating. And then the guy, he actually told me that my best friend, she wasn't my best friend because when I wasn't around, they would like try to talk about me behind my back, bring up personal things that I've told them as far as like people that I'm in a relationship with and stuff like that. Mind you, I've never told her friends this personal kind of information. This was something that I shared with her personally, and it come to find out that she was sharing this kind of information with her friends, and it didn't dawn on me until I asked the guy. I was like, well, how would they even know that? Like, I never told them that. I never shared that with him. I was like, I only shared that with Simone. And so he was like, you just answered your own question. You just answered your own question. That's how they know that. Like, she's talking about you. And I knew that he wasn't like lying to me because what he's saying, it was actually true. It is something that I shared. And it's literally no way that he would know that information unless someone else had gave it to him. And so he told me to watch my back. And then I started like looking at tail signs. Like, we were hanging out every day during this summer. But I noticed something that I would initiate the calls. I would initiate the hangouts and stuff. And so when I had stopped calling, I noticed that she didn't call me. She didn't call me for a while. And then she randomly like appeared and popped up. And I told her, I was like, hey, listen, like, I'm not interested in being your friend anymore. I noticed that this is like one-sided. And I'm also have learned that you were talking about me to your friends, sharing personal information that I did not tell them. And you're supposed to be my best friend. And I no longer wanted to be in that kind of friendship. And I should have recognized the signs. Like, even before I got with the guy, she had said a comment like, oh, well, I don't know why he, want to talk to you. Like, you're so little, you're so tiny, you want to talk to the tiniest one. Or when he asked about me, he said he would ask about me all the time to her. And she would just be like, oh, really? Like, okay. But like, she never told me, she never like said anything to me. Like, she never let me know that, he was interested in me. And she knew that he was someone that I saw as attractive. And it's like, if you're my friend, why wouldn't you try to hook me up with someone that you're close with? And one of the clearest places animosity appears is around men. So if a man expresses interest in you, watch her body language, watch her volume, watch how her Sutton needs to compete. Women are always in competition with each other, and they'll always look at you as someone that is in competition with them, or they're always like comparing herself to you. Like if you have a friend that always wants to compare herself to you, whether it's the things that you guys are doing, your accomplishments, your hair, who hair is better, who dress is nicer, or she's always trying to look like you or do things that you do, that's a tell sign that your friend is in competition with you. And it's not always about wanting a man. It's about wanting to prove that she could win if she tried. That silent urge to outshine you in front of him isn't random. It's comparison turned into performance. I watched a video on Instagram, and I'm not sure if this girl, she was like Clarissa Friend or something, but she was asking Clarissa's man, who, you know, is Remy Ma's husband. She was asking about him, like, oh, how do you like your eggs? And I'm going to answer the clip here.
You want your eggs scrambled hard? I know how he likes his eggs. I asked him nothing. You know I want mine too. You know how much I cook for this man? And his house, my house. I just made him my special oxtails. You know I don't make you oxtails unless I love you for real, for real. I don't think you ever make me oxtails. You never asked.
That's some kind of shady stuff that like your friends will do when you're around your man or around a man that you like asking your friend's man how does he like his food cook is extremely disrespectful. Most women know that a way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and cooking for someone, if besides it's like family or things like that, like it's personal, it's a bit intimate, it's a way that a woman shows a man loves. And if you see his woman is clearly already in the kitchen cooking for him, why are you asking him how does he like his eggs? Why do you care so much about how your friend's man like their food cooked? Why does that matter to you? Clarissa immediately clocked her tea, and I don't think that the woman was going to like press the issue even more, because, you know, Clarissa Shields, you know, she definitely is a boxer and she definitely throws hands, so she didn't want that smoke. But even with her knowing that Clarissa could clearly knock her out, she still decided to throw that shade and kind of push the button a little bit, push the mark. So instead of celebrating you, she measures herself against you, and the closer you are, the more intense that measurement becomes, because male attention and society teaches women that their value is tied to desirability. So you may not even notice that your friend is having some kind of secret animosity towards you. Like it may just be on the low until you guys get around men or a group of men that she likes or she finds attractive. Another sign of hidden resentment is how she responds to your growth. When you're struggling, she feels comfortable, she feels needed, there's no threat. But when you start leveling up, improving your appearance, getting more confident, attracting higher quality men, making more money, the energy shifts. She might become distant, critical, or oddly detached from your excitement. So when you share new accomplishments, like let's say you're celebrating getting a new job, or you're celebrating you getting a new career, or you're celebrating starting over, and even if you're celebrating something small like just leaving a toxic relationship, or you're celebrating going through a divorce, anything that is set out to like celebrate you, if your friend knows that and they know that, you know, they have to be there within a tense and they can just never ever show up. Now we get life is busy and stuff, but if she's never ever showing up to celebrate you, or she doesn't care to celebrate you, or if you talk about things that are positive going on in your life and she just kind of changes the conversation, or she doesn't want to hear it, or everything gets dry, especially if she had high energy before, more than likely that friend has like secret animosity towards you. Or if a friend is like constantly believing in lies. Like I had another friend, and it's funny that we just talked about like people celebrating you. I always celebrate my friends. I always come through. If I'm not coming through for you, you know something's going on, or you know something is bothering me. I'm probably depressed. I'm probably going through my own personal issues, or I literally just can't do it for whatever reason. And so I had this other friend who we were really close, and I noticed like she was like being weird towards me. Like, I would always have to, once again, like call her first and things like that. So, every time I would call her and we would talk on the phone, because she was always act like, oh, you're not answering my phone calls, so I want to talk or whatever. And so when I would call her, it was like she would always have to like immediately get off the phone, or she'd be talking to like some guy in the background, whatever, and she has to get off the phone and stuff like that, which I understood, but it was like she would never call me back or anything like that. And then her birthday came around, and I was going to come to her birthday party. I just didn't know like what was going on. And also like 2-3 weeks prior, like we kind of like fell off. Like I called her last. She said she was going to call me back. She never called me back. And then, I'm not even on social media like that. Like I recently just got back on, social media. And I'm like, I have totally forgot like when her birthday was. So when it was her birthday, I sent her a birthday text. I seen she was out, and I was like, oh my gosh, congratulations, happy birthday. It's crazy. Like making a joke, like it's crazy you went out without me. She's like, oh, well, I was calling you. You wasn't answering your phone. And I called you and you didn't answer your phone, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, this girl never called me. I don't have any kind of missed calls from her. Mind you, I have 2 phones. The other phone that I had, and I told her, I was like, hey, like if you're calling the other phone, that's not the number that I use anymore. That phone is going to go to voicemail. Mind you, I've told her this like a month or 2 prior, like do not call that phone. I gave her a phone number to call me. I called her from the other phone number that I was using, and I wasn't sure if she was calling that or if it's true or not. She was like, I can screenshot it. Mind you, she never sent me a screenshot or anything. And I'm like, well, if you really wanted me in attendance, why didn't you send me a text and let me know what you were doing, or update me? Like, I'm not going to be the kind of friend that's going to like constantly be reaching out to you, especially like if every time we talk you get off the phone or whatever. Someone that really wants you there, they'll definitely text you, send you a invite, a personal invite or whatever. Like I shouldn't have to chase you down to celebrate you, right? And so I told her that. I was like, I apologize, I'm sorry. Mind you, I was going through a lot of things in my life at that time. I'm like, I didn't receive any calls. You also never text me. You also didn't reach out to me, even offline or on Instagram DMs. Like I don't have any kind of messages from you. So if you called, maybe my phone was dead or whatever, but I didn't get it. And she just took that as like a way to like cut me off and stop talking to me. And that's when I knew, okay, you have secret animosity, especially from a woman who, even when we were out on my day and she didn't have money for certain things, I was willing to cover you on my day. Not that I wanted anything back or I wanted any token for it, but that just shows my character and how if I'm having a friend or I have a friend, like I want you to win too. And if I have it and I have it to share with you and it doesn't hurt me in any kind of way, I will make sure that I will share with you. Like I'm the type of person that will give someone that I love my last. That's just the kind of heart that I have, and that's just the kind of person that I am. So when someone use like small situations, especially when they're just willing to believe a lie, they're not even willing to talk to you through it or talk to you about it, that's a person that has secret animosity. If you ever confront secret animosity because it hides in plausible deniability, there's usually enough innocent for her to say, you're overthinking. And that's what makes it so frustrating. You begin doubting your intuition instead of trusting it, but your nervous system picks up on shifts long before logic does. The hardest part about a jealous best friend archetype is accepting that love and resentment can coexist. She might genuinely care about you and still compete with you internally. She might want you to do well, just not better than her. And that's a painful realization because it forces you to see that proximity does not equal safety. And this is why a lot of beautiful and gorgeous girls don't have a lot of friends, or they're very lonely, or they don't have friends at all. Like me, I don't have friends at all. I have like people that I'm associated with and people that I talk to here and there. But I don't have friends because every time I try to thrive within friendships or within friend groups, it always seemed to go sour. It's always like random blowouts out of nowhere, or people just start being weird to you for no reason, especially like if someone's used to just being around you one-on-one and then you guys are going outside. And like I said, around men when it comes to male attention, or you're getting more attention, or they're feeling like your outfit is better than them. A lot of times girls will be weird, or they won't want to hang out with you anymore because you get more attention to them. And I just find that very strange. Like, why can't we all win together? If you have to shrink yourself around your friend, downplaying your wins, softening your personality, hiding good news, that's not random. That's your body responding to subtle hostility. You shouldn't have to dim yourself to maintain peace. Real friendship feels expensive. It feels secure. It doesn't feel like you're being quietly measured. Pull back on oversharing, observe reactions, protect your upgrades. You don't have to announce you're being distant. You don't have to announce it at all. You can simply redirect your energy towards spaces where celebration is more genuine. Not every friendship needs a dramatic ending. Some just require quiet recalibration. At the end of the day, when you have a friend that's jealous of you, you definitely need to avoid them, and you need to move on with your life. You don't need to have that kind of person around you, because you never know where jealousy might lead them. It could lead to, them trying to unalive you, trying to hurt you, or just, trying to throw acid on your face, etc. I've seen cases of women trying to actually throw acid on a pretty girl's face because they're jealous of you. And when you're with someone that constantly is trying to compete with you, the dynamic changes. And if the friendship fades because you stopped drinking, that tells you everything that you need to know. So at the end of the day, you do not have to tolerate that kind of behavior from women. You deserve friendships where admiration isn't laced with resentment, or where her support is conditional. And when you don't feel like you have to shine because your friend is going to be jealous of your beauty and who you are as a person. And once you experience a friendship that feels safe, mutual, and genuinely happy for your wins, you'll never settle for this kind of behavior again. So, do you have a friend that's jealous of you? Have you had friends that have been jealous of you in the past? Was this video a wake-up call for you if you had a friend that you thought was secretly jealous of you? Did you get a wake-up call from this video? Let me know in the comments. And as always, don't forget to thumbs up the video and subscribe. It helps with the algorithm. Have a good day.